kids, for the truth, for the fight, for the proof. 1 year strong, we're not backing down. For the families lost, we'll turn it around. To our fans, our crew, you're the flame we hold near. We'll fight CPS for another year. Whoa, 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 whoa. Late nights, long calls, the stories burn. Every tear, every page, a lesson learned. Colleagues who stand like an unbroken wall. Together we rise, together we call. For the broken, for the wrong, for the hope that's been too long. 1 year strong, we're not backing down. For the families lost, we'll turn it around. To our fans, our crew, you're the flame we hold near. We'll fight CPS for another year. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We won't stand for corruption. We won't stand for stealing kids. This is the Tiff and the Punisher podcast, now joined by the angry citizen. This is a powerful trio, set out to spread the Constitution. This is a powerful trio, set out to stop the evil CPS.
We won't stand for corruption, and we won't stand for stealing kids. This is the Tiff and the Punisher podcast, now joined by the angry citizen.
What's up, everybody?
You want to take making parenting great again down?
Yeah. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Where the hell is it?
Oh my.
Well, I switched. I
Oh
switched
my.
folders today. I got 10 other things that I'm doing here in between these things, and I forget which one I'm in, and then all of a sudden, the song's over with. You know, look at all the people in the house. We got Cloud, dude. We got Renee, Alicia, Debbie's here. Man, we got a full house right now. That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I went to. I'll be on in just a moment here. I'm not cameraable at this point in time, but I will be in just a second.
We've been there. All been there.
The makeup lady was late, to get into the studio. So I was, of course, I let you and Tiff go first, to get you guys. So as always, and Erica's here too. Hello, Erica. Um, so they're doing my eyeshadow now. I'll be fine in just a second.
Oh my.
Oh my! So what's going on? What have we heard today? What is boiling your blood, Dana? What do you got that's making you angry?
What is boiling my blood?
Yes.
It's the same stuff, different day, lack of unity. Lack of unity. Look at how many people in America agree on most issues, right?
Yep. But the
We
wrong.
agree that we should live in peace, have our wishes and our rights respected, have food in our mouths, not send money to foreign countries, not have politicians paying themselves exorbitant sums of money at our expense, not have homeless veterans on the streets. I mean, that's what we all agree on, but we spend our time bickering about stupid things that don't matter.
Yes. Yep. What about you, Tiff?
What do you want to know? What's boiling my blood today?
He does.
In your blood.
Oh, so me and a few other people were in a webinar today because these judges are out here crying about being victims. But let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about the families that are the victims of your actions. And of course, when you're in these webinars, they're kind of like the ones that the ADA does, right? You see them, but you can't talk to them unless they didn't even have a chat box up. Um, but how is that fair? You all want to cry foul, but when parents cry foul, you tell them that it's irrelevant.
Moot point. A moot point, right? They say
Right, right.
a moot
Oh,
point.
you're just emotional. Okay, so what I heard today, first of all, some of the shit I heard was absolutely hilarious. Because I don't know where some of these people come up with this stuff.
Should be on stand
um,
up comedy.
right. And I don't play those video. I don't know how to play those games. I don't even know how to make a video on here. But let me tell you, the three that I did stay on for, and I don't know, Darren. I sent them to you. I think you should pull them up.
Well, I'm gonna pull them.
But yeah, that's what makes me mad. We don't want to talk about what they're doing to families and children, but they want to talk about what's being done to them.
True that.
So what, Dana, how do you feel about that? About these judges when they come out and they cry that they're the victims because people are calling them out for, let's say someone's upset about a verdict, right? And they come out and they call the judges names, or these people come out and they speak with emotion. I mean, how do you feel like a judge is supposed to take that and handle that as a professional?
I believe that a judge has to accept that that's part of the job, is that people aren't going to be happy with the decisions. They're going to express to you they're not happy. And I think as lawful and constitutional Americans, we have every right to voice our displeasure so long as we do so lawfully, right? With no death threats and such, right? And then if they're not doing their jobs, we have a process in place to boot them the hell out of there and hold them accountable for that impeachment.
But
So stick with lawful processes.
it's fair to say that they're going to be face some sort of scrutiny, right? If they make a decision that, well, let's be straight. We'll give them a little cut of fairness here. No one is ever happy about a judge's decision, right? When it's against you, overall, you're pissed off anyway. Like,
Sure,
because,
someone's always unhappy. Whoever loses is always unhappy.
but agree to disagree that everybody, if you're really guilty of something, you might announce your disagreement at first because you're just pissed off, the shock value and all of that stuff. But overall, you let it go through time, right? Like, you're not going out every day sitting there slamming these people in the face, like this judge is a
Right.
piece of shit and all this. Like, you get over it, right? In a sense. But
Right.
the people that are continuously barraging people like CPS, like us, for instance, or people that are doing that to these judges, they must have a reason, I would think, right? Like, their reason must be legit, because why are they going to spend their day in and day out time trying to get awareness to a fact that this person is prosecuted them or persecuted, or however way you want to use those words?
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's just it. So there must be something wrong with it. Now, I don't know if you caught this earlier this week, Dana, or not, but we found statistics that were done in a small study in Virginia, I believe actually was where the study was, that they sampled 1,100 judges. And I guess Virginia has like 5,000, I think it was. Something
Wow.
like that. No, that must have been a national number. There's no way Virginia has 5,000 judges, right?
I was thinking that, but okay. Whatever.
Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with it. It was a national.
Sure,
but the
sure,
study
sure.
was done from someone in Virginia. So out of 5,500 judges, I think they said they did 1,124 was the number. And what they found was that these judges are working under stress. Obviously, must be a stressful job, but they're finding that they are using substances. They have mental issues. The same things that these judges are operating under and making verdicts on are the same things that they are taking children away from parents for.
Yes.
So it's a double-edged sword, really, right? It's like you're going to take kids away from these parents. You're going to make this ruling and take these kids away from these parents based on the fact that they use substances or their mental instability or whatever. But yet you can operate and make verdicts from the bench that will have consequences long farther past than me being a parent. So
Yes,
people would be pissed, right? People would be pissed off about this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people are, a lot of people are. The problem is that we don't have lawful processes. What do you do at the end of every day? You're pissed off. You see this happening. It sucks. You want to say something to someone, but what do you really do? So it's hard because as an American, we feel detached. We feel powerless. Our federal government is so incredibly bloated and powerful and omnipotent that it's very intimidating to we the people. So
right. So what do we do, right? Like, so I'll use my situation for instance. I tried to I disagreed with our judge and the things that they did, and not only our judge but the attorney general and the district attorney, and every place that I went to file for a grievance against, they were part of the committees. So where am I going to get? I will get no relief through these.
Yeah, no, you're petitioning the foxes for your hen house intrusions, and the foxes are going, well, we'll consider if we did anything wrong, and then they go, we're happy to tell you that we all unanimously agree that we didn't do anything wrong. We just went in there and we ate all your hens. And
right. So
what's your problem?
My only option for relief at this point now, after going through the steps that we've been given, the offices of, these person in the oversights and all of this, which were all crowded with this, is to do this, right? This is the only option that I get to be able to come out and say, hey, everybody, I tried to go through the steps of the legal process and the way that this works. It didn't work. So now I need to come out. I need to do a podcast, and I need to come out to you guys, the American people, to ask you guys for help in my situation, because without help from you, I can't get anything, right? This is the only thing that you can really do, right? So this is what people are doing. This is what these creators are doing, and this is what everybody's doing. But now what they're doing is they're saying, whoa, 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 you can't come out and publicly denounce what these judges are doing, or poor Mrs. Judge that ruled wrongly in this situation, because these people have made cartoons about you, or they've you said what, Tiff? One of the people said that they made a porn out of the judge, right, or something like that, and they had the judge on there doing porn or something like that. I
Yeah,
mean,
oh
what's
my
maybe,
God.
but come on, like grow a set, right? This is your job. This is what you do. You put
Yeah.
yourself into a public position, so you know that you're going to be put out on blast. This is the millennium, I guess, the 21st century. So you know that the only way that we achieve action is through media. That's what we do. That's not new. This has been going on for 20 years now. So you know that you are going to be put out there on it. So accept it and move on, because we have to accept the fact that they wrote
Right.
that verdict on us. We don't get any say in that, and ours is permanent, right? Like Brenda's husband Chris that made that cartoon about everything, or he didn't even make the cartoon. He's in jail for 15 years because he put out a cartoon based off of Grand Theft
That's
Auto
ludicrous.
and put the judge.
Ludicrous.
Yeah,
Think about this. Okay, now, and America, I want you to understand something. I'm not a Donald Trump supporter, so I'm not coming to you with this, what I'm about to say to you, because I love Donald Trump. I'm saying it because I am a constitutional American, and because we're being presented with a complete flagrant double standard that's so bad, so egregious, that it should offend everyone in America. Kathy Griffin, a comedian, physically hideous woman, really, anyway, holds up severed bloody head of Donald Trump, right? You didn't know this, Tiff? So yeah, she made this cartoon image, a meme, whatever. She held up Donald Trump's severed bloody head, literally dripping blood out of the severed stump of Donald Trump's neck. Now,
she's fine, right?
Let's pretend for a moment that I really hate Donald Trump, okay? And I come to you and I say, I hate this man, he's awful, he's vile, whatever. At what point do you get to hold up his severed head and not pretend that you are advocating violence against the president of the United States, which is exactly what you were describing, Darren, this fellow supposedly was doing, that supposedly earned him 12 years, did you say? In
15,
jail?
15.
Fucking years. And Kathy Griffin is still running around pretending she's relevant.
We have the cartoon. And I'm going to put this on there. And you know what? People, if your kids are watching, which I don't ever recommend that your kids pay attention
Yeah,
to.
please don't. You must be this tall to ride this
Right,
ride.
exactly. You got to be at least 36 inches to watch this podcast. So let's take a look at what the cartoon actually is. And I mean, it is Grand Theft Auto, people. So I mean, be aware that this is going to come up once I find it here.
Once Darren gets his shit together, we'll see
That's
this.
right. It's a dropped turd today, so we got to find them where they are. Wherever they lie, that's where they will be. All right, here it is. Let's see. This is the judge that is against him, and this is the let's see here. This is the weird looking. Why do these prosecutors look like this? They all are starting to look like a little bit of a creepy clown.
Yeah.
You guys can see that, right? Because I'm not looking at the screen here.
Aging Ted Danson sort of look.
Yes, they all have that. All right, so here is the. You guys can see this, right? It's up on the screen.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, so this is the cartoon.
Johnson, who it was directed to, will address what that meant to her. So let's play video if we can.
And look at who we got here. Judge Johnson. Well, to stop her from harming any other children, I think it's takedown time. Execute the child molester so she doesn't hurt anybody else. Judge Johnson.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that. She's a fucking child molester.
Judge Johnson, you violated human rights. Child molester. That's the end of all child molesting judges. Execution.
So there's the cartoon that got him 15 years in prison.
Johnson.
That's what got him 15 years in prison. Now, what is the crime for treason? I mean, what is the penalty for treason?
Penalty? It's
Yeah.
death in some cases.
Right. So why is that? Why is what he just put up there worth a 15-year prison sentence for him? Because if she is
Well,
indeed a child molester and indeed putting families away and separating families for false reasons, which she has proof of, and for all of that, she's breaking her oath, she's breaking her vows, and she's now committing treason. So there it is. But go ahead, Dana.
well, there's a pretense. The pretense is that she is advocating. He is openly advocating violence and against a quote unquote federal official, and they try to tell us they have special privileges and rank and superiority, and we peasants are not allowed to threaten them, and blah blah blah. And the bottom line is, I stand very firmly on the Constitution on this, that you can say whatever you want. Even if you want to say something really nasty, you have the right to do it. I don't have to listen to you. If I don't like what you're saying, I'm going to shut you out. I ain't going to listen to what you have to say. So, getting back to like Charlie Kirk, I mean, whatever he said, you may or may not like, but he had a right to say it. And if I I loathe Kathy Griffin. I loathe the fact that she held up the bloodied head of the president in her hand, dripping blood all over the floor. And everyone around her was like, this is fine. Why do you have a problem with this? And now they're all like, raising hell because, they say someone else is threatening violence. And it's, there shouldn't be a double standard. We're constitutional Americans. We have a right to say what we want to say. So if I want to call Darren a douche guzzling, slimy piece of dirt, vaginal fart, whatever I want to say about Darren, right? I can say it. If you're offended, fuck you. That's what I say. Fuck you. Be offended. Don't talk to me. You don't want to talk to me? Don't talk to me. You don't know me? Don't know me.
Right. We have a button right here that push and says "See you later."
I would. Yeah. Thank you. Well played, bro. I would never, ever, ever say that you should be fired from your job because you said something shitty. If I were your employer, I'd seriously think about firing you, and I might look for an opportunity to make that happen. Because I think you're a piece of shit because you said something really evil, like that it's okay for someone to be murdered in front of their, wife and child. I don't think that, and I'm going to say no every time. But as an American, we have the right to say what we want to say. We all have to anchor ourselves on that, and no one gets to say, no, now you get shut down because I don't like what you're saying.
Hello, brothers.
Well, here's the
sorry, Tiff.
that he.
If you got some wicked background noise coming through.
It's Cairo.
Yeah.
Go. He's watching cartoons.
Yes.
I would rather see somebody play it out in a video game than actually carry out the violence on that person.
Yeah.
Right? And my whole thing is, first of all, I don't do the violent thing. But I will tell you this, I will defend myself. But like I said, I still rather than play it out in a video game
sure.
than do it in real life.
Yeah. Right. I think that we can all agree that 15 years is wildly exorbitant. There are people who have literally been convicted of first-degree murder who have served less fucking time in prison than 15 years. Even if you saw this video and thought it was horrific and were really shocked and mortified and really thought whoever made this really should be convicted of a crime. 15 years? 15 years? Come on, people. We all know what this is. This is the dark overlords punishing you for speaking out and doing a thing that was opposed to their nefarious interests. That's what they do. They make a spectacle of you. They let you know that this is what will happen to you, you little peasant. Shut your pie hole and do what you're told.
Right, except what we say, sit down and shut up about it.
Fucking A right.
Yep. Now before this, this woman had come and taken their kids. This man's kids, Brenda and Chris's kids. That's what this was all about. And it was all based on lies.
Kidnapped.
And kidnapped. Yes, kidnapped.
He came and kidnapped their children. Their children were kidnapped by agents.
Right, and that's what this anger was derived from, was the fact that they came, kidnapped those kids.
Yep. Yep.
Judge wanted to
Yep.
hear nothing about it. They did nothing wrong. Literally did nothing wrong. And because I think a lot of it came because of the homeschooling argument. But they did nothing wrong, and this judge, hey, thank you very much for the $2 million, Mr. and Mrs. Cameron, that you just donated to our community. Have a nice day, and screw you if you don't like your life. Now, prior to these two children, they homeschooled 3 children that were all doctors, very successful doctors in the community. So see, like they did nothing wrong, like other than the fact that that's where it was.
Yep.
So and this was the way that they acted, and this wasn't just an isolated video for her. This was the premise of all of Chris's videos, where like he was called himself the Patriot, and he did a lot of videos this way, like reenacting and things like that. He was making entertainment. He was a creator before the creators. He was doing things for InfoWars and Alex Jones. He was doing, I think that one was actually part of one of the Alex Jones competitions, and things like that. So there was a lot of other people doing the same things as he was. And I mean, what's any different than the wall of shame that we have on the CPS breaking news that we give to over there to the family fraud court warriors when we put the wall of shame up? What's different about that? People calling out these caseworkers and these judges and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
What's any
Yeah.
different than that? I mean, granted, we're not
Okay.
staging a death incident, but
Let me anchor us, if I may, on the most important point, the most critical aspect of the discussion we're having right now. Everyone in a public position, we have a right to criticize. If we don't like your performance, we don't like what you're doing, we don't agree with your decisions, we have every right to say that. We have every right to be outraged if you kidnap our child. Okay, and our outrage is righteous. It is righteous. You have no right to be like castigating us because we're angry that you kidnapped our child. Okay, and you have no right to paint us as extremists or villains or dangerous because we're angry as hell that you kidnapped our child. How would you feel if we kidnapped your child, right? So, number one, okay, as Americans, we employ lawful processes, and this is sometimes very difficult. When the people that are doing this to you are behaving lawlessly, if a person kidnaps your child, they are behaving lawlessly. They're kidnapping your child. And unfortunately, we're faced with the reality that if you resist that in a fashion that is appropriate, which would be violence, if someone's trying to kidnap my child, I'll kill that son of a bitch, because that's what we should do, right? But we're faced with this wildly corrupt system where there's law enforcement and the agents and the agency and the government, and everyone is in this huge system that tells you that they have the authority to do this and they're going to do it. And if you do what you have every right to do, you will be injured, shot, tased, pepper sprayed, beaten, handcuffed, charged with interfering with law enforcement, whatever they can throw at you. That's the reality. That's the situation we're in. We don't unfortunately have the ability to use that because we lose every time. They will defeat us. There's 100,000 police. Even the Killdozer guy, right? He died. So we have to try to employ the lawful processes that are on our plate, even though it feels like they're not working and it feels like they don't work, and often they don't work, and the system is corrupt. Yes, that's the reality we're faced. Just like if you fell off a damn cruise ship and you're swimming around in the icy cold Atlantic water going, holy shit, this sucks. What the hell? I was just taking a selfie, and the next thing you know, I'm taking a dip in the fucking Atlantic Ocean. Yes, that's where we are. Okay. But the process to victory is in front of us. Lawful solutions, unity, like you Darren, are doing one of the most crucial things, which is getting all the people, all the audience. We're looking at your questions, we watch your comments, believe me, we see them, we read them, and growing this awareness is extremely important because a lot of people feel isolated, right? All of you out there, viewers, you're feeling like this is happening to you and who's there to help you? There's no one there. You're by yourself fighting against this corrupt court. Well, there's 100,000 people just like you that are just as pissed as you are,
right,
and just as desirous of finding solutions and fighting back effectively. and it's happening.
Right.
It's a hard nut to crack, but we're doing it. And I'm here with you. And again, I say to you all, America, I've never had a child kidnapped. Thank God Almighty, because I'm pretty sure I would die fighting. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't care how many cops showed up. Okay, I'm a lot like Tiff. That's why we get along. Okay, fuck you.
Yes.
You're gonna take my child over my dead fucking body.
Yep.
Period. Every one of us has a right to respond that way to this.
I remember I was saying something about one of the judges here, and this lady was like, "Oh my God, Tiffany, you know they passed a law that you can't talk about judges." I said, "Let them fucking arrest my ass, because everybody's gonna learn about the First Amendment on that jury."
Boom. Boom.
Yep.
I'll say what I want to say. First Amendment, the
Pow.
Constitution is the supreme law of the land. All laws that are repugnant to it are null and void. Article 1, freedom of speech. I'll say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Yeah, and they looked at me like I was crazy, but I'm looking at them just as crazy, because you should know that it doesn't matter. It does not matter what you say. Like you said, well, there's certain things that fall under that category, like the fighting doctrine, or you can't yell fire at a crowd unless there's a fire. But I can say what I want to say about anybody, and I don't care. Arrest me, because I want a jury trial. And everybody on that jury, when they get done with me, they're going to know all their rights. And one of them is the First Amendment.
Yep. And yeah, and all of you out there listening, if you're curious about this, check out the concept of what is called jury nullification. So jury trials are very important, because no matter what that judge tells you, the jury has all the power. They have all the power. Okay, they can do whatever the hell they want. And if you come before a jury and you look them right in the eye and you say, "I am not guilty of this crime, and here's why," it doesn't matter what the judge tells them. Nothing else matters. They decide, "I like this guy. I believe him. I don't think he should go to jail." Boom, you're out.
Right.
Jury nullification. So the judge will try to dominate you. If you've ever served jury duty, this is what they tell you exactly. You need to do this and you need to do that, and you're blah, 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 this and that. So the judge is telling you how to do your job. They don't tell you you have all the authority and you can do anything you want. So Tiffany comes up on, and she's been framed by agents, and she says, "These bastards framed me, and here's how they did it."
Right.
And all the contrived evidence they bring up shows she is clearly guilty as hell. And I looked at Judge right in the eye and I say, "Fuck you. She's innocent. I say she's innocent just because I fucking say so."
Right.
And she goes free.
Yep.
Jury nullification. Check it out.
Yep. Yeah.
I asked Danielle to come in because she watched the whole thing. I told you I called her right in the middle of it, because I was in disbelief of some of the shit I was hearing.
Yeah, well, we happen to have a little bit of that. Let's see what this judge has to say about this. Let's see
go ahead.
Let's see what she says. Let's see what they have here. Let me see. Where are we here? Here we are. Stream, restream. All right, here we go. Boop. Share that. All right, do you guys have anything on the screen right now or no?
Just you.
Face my beautiful head. All right, let's see. Look here. Restream. Where are you? There you are.
Just your pirate-looking motherfucker in his freaking pirate studio.
Today I am a pirate. Come on, mate.
With a drunken sailor early in the morning.
You throw him in with the captain's daughter. Throw him in with the captain's daughter.
Throw him in bed with the captain's daughter early in the morning.
Hey, drunken sailor. All right. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. Let's hear what they have to say.
Take it away.
We'll watch
that
the video.
Is still difficult to watch, especially thinking about my children that saw that on social media. That was
First of all, what's the first thing that stupid piece of shit says? My children that watch this on social media. Well, why were your children watching that video? Why did you bring that to the attention of your children? Because this guy has like 6 views on his videos. That means that they specifically had to go and find this video to show her children. So she should lose her kids for that anyway, right? That's what she would take kids from for CPS.
I think it's better.
Sorry. There we go.
A 3-minute video that was posted back in September of 2023. Child Protective Services had removed this man's children from his home. There were allegations of sexual abuse of a mentally diminished capacity preteen and the son, and I was the judge that handled that shelter hearing and then ultimately began the dependency case. Parts of
Based
that
on
hearing you don't
allegations.
see.
Right.
He named me. He talked about my divorce, my
They
remarriage,
kidnapped his
my
children
change,
based on
my
allegations.
where I live,
Mm-hmm.
and
That's
where
key.
I work. And so it was a very scary time for me and my family.
Oh,
It
you
took
poor thing.
approximately 5 months before there was a knock and talk to
It gets
find
better.
out if this was someone that was really a dangerous threat to actually come to Florida. And it was just a very trying time. He was fine.
One second, Judge Johnson. When you say it took 5 months, did you report this immediately? What to authorities? What you saw?
Listen to what she says.
That evening to the FBI, to my local sheriff, and to FDLE. FBI agent very correctly told me this is a state issue. It's not a federal issue. I spoke with FDLE. The FDLE agent said that he would look into it. I do believe he did look into it, but the response that I got was, Judge, it's usually the ones that bark don't bite. And so thankfully I had friends that...
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Thankfully she had friends.
Marshals that were their friends and my local sheriff, and they worked together to help me develop a plan to keep my family safe. But there was nowhere to report it to really other than my local sheriff's office, which is very
Oh,
rural,
welcome
and I
to
would
being
say
a
that
citizen. Welcome to
most
being a
offices,
fucking
at least
normal
most
citizen, Judge.
across our nation
Oh.
are very rural.
Who do we report your
So,
crimes
finally,
to,
just pulling
Judge?
together
Yeah, right.
Who do we
the
report these
legislation
crimes
would actually
to? Who takes our
prevent,
reports when
putting
judges
this under the rug.
do
It would
crazy
provide,
stuff?
resources to states.
Welcome to the real
Yeah.
world.
Exactly
How does
what
it
Yeah,
feel when you
legit.
can't report
Absolutely. Our local
crimes?
sheriff's office is not going to have a judicial threat assessment team. Our
Poor
population
thing.
is 17,000. We're not going to have analysts like the public sees when they watch CSI. And so the thing that the senator was talking about and what the state of Florida is working for with our judicial security work group that the Supreme Court set up is to come up with those types of things to be able to assist law enforcement. He was ultimately arrested on a written or electronic threat to kill, which is a second-degree felony in Florida. He went to trial in November of 2024. Of course, not in Dixie County. It had to be removed because I was the victim, and most people know your local county judge in rural areas. And so he was convicted. The jury was
You
out
see a
19
smile
minutes.
there?
He was sentenced to the maximum in Florida, which
Look at this, shows how sick she is. And this is just from watching and studying people and their what they do in their faces. Watch her when she announces that most people know they're county judges. Watch her face.
the public sees when they watch CSI. And so the thing that the senator was talking about and what the state of Florida is working for with our judicial security work group that the Supreme Court set up is to come up with those types of things to be able to assist law enforcement. He was ultimately arrested on a written or electronic threat to kill, which is a second-degree felony in Florida. He went to trial in November of 2024. Of course, not in Dixie County. It had to be removed because I was the victim, and most people know your local county judge in rural areas. And so he was convicted. The jury was out 19 minutes. He was sentenced to the maximum in Florida, which for that charge, which was 15 years in the Department of Corrections. And so I'm very happy to be a part of Speak Up for Justice and to see our state and our nation.
So she's happy to be a part of Speak Up for Justice by putting people in jail for speaking up.
To get the resources that we need to analyze threats and to be able to assist judges that are going through this.
So there we go. That's about enough for me right now. All of that, what she says, that just cracks me up. Speak up for justice. So this guy spoke up because seeking justice for what she did to him, and they put him in jail for it. That makes a hell of a lot of sense, huh? What a way to speak up for justice, world. Speak up for justice and we'll put you in jail.
Yeah, and when we all speak out, we're crazy. We don't know what we're talking about. We deserved it. And I've had judges tell people, "Well, you're in my courtroom for a reason." And when they try to explain the reason, they don't. The judge is like, "Well, it doesn't really matter. You're here now."
Well,
Right.
Can I say something about that charge? In Florida, the Florida statute 836.10, there's two things. And if the statute requires intent to carry out the threat or that a reasonable person would view the message as a serious threat. But if the statement is made in a fictional context, like a video game role play, it fails that test. That's to make it a class 2 felony. And therefore, it was a video game role play. So therefore, it cannot be a class 2 felony. It fails the test for it to be a serious threat. That's why that lady's screaming out, "Oh, I need protection." Oh, because it was, look, this lady had my blood boiling today. I think I was saying languages I've never spoken in my life at my computer screen. I mean, because I'm just sitting here, and because the next judge that came on, that lady had to have like protection, and this lady, like, oh my, and that was the first thing they played was the video game of the video game. And the only reason is because this man is about to get his case overturned. I already know it. And now she's wanting to, oh, please help. Like, no, come on, lady. Like, she is nothing compared to any of the other judges. They had to have police out in front of their house. Like, they were physically in person going out and threatening these judges. This is a video game. So, and the whole thing, he got the max. And the other judges, whatever they call them, the perpetrators, the people that were playing victim, they aren't even been arrested, charged, or anything. I'm like, something's wrong with this picture with Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a video game. And then them saying about the AI thing, no. GTA 5, no. It's already preset. Like, those events, those things in there, they're already I won't even go into detail. Tiff knows what I'm talking about.
Good information regarding the law. Thank you for that. That's really important, right? And we all, as Americans, all need to look at that and say, when they're doing this, this is what they do. You see, they ignore it when it's convenient to them, and they pretend what they're saying is right, and they issue these judgments, and we the people are told, you're too stupid to understand this, and that's bullshit. You're not too stupid.
No, do your research. Research.
Yes.
And that's how we found this.
Yes. And then this leads us to the path of resolution, because this leads us to be able to impeach the judge. Because now we look at the judge and we say, we the people have seen what you said in your decision, and it doesn't bear scrutiny. It's not right, and it's not lawful.
Right. And now that she's wanting it, because she knows she's wrong in what she did, and so now that's what speak up for the law, justice.
Exactly.
Law. Like,
they cover their misdeeds with confusion and, oh, this person's bad, they're threatening me, I'm scared.
Like, right, man, never been in trouble in his life, and just was with his kids, and she's got to go in and just play, and especially 10 years later, I don't get it. Like, lady, grow up, get a life.
How long was it when that video came out? How long was it? 10 years?
Yes, it was like the kids were taken in 2000. It was 2016. So yeah, it's almost been 10 years. And then he already had
last year.
Yeah, they're trying to say it was 2023. So you're telling me that they targeted this man for this long? And I believe it. So they were stalking them.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of creepy in my eyes. Hello. And he wasn't even worried about it. Shit, he didn't care. You know what? That tells you how full of crap she is. Pardon my French, y'all, but I sat there and watched that today, and I'm like, and you would be surprised, there wasn't a lot. And all of them were like the lower court judges, but I guess they don't like the heat, because, if they weren't doing anything stupid and wrong, they wouldn't be out here hollering for help. Because I didn't see no Georgia judges in there. So,
well, I think the funniest one.
They're all in jail.
I know, right?
For me,
they should be.
I call Danielle. The funniest one for me. Remember the third one, the California judge?
Yes.
Talking about the addresses and all that, and then she's like, "I forgot something," and she said, They made the judge look younger, and she was doing inappropriate things with the court people. And now that video's just out there, and I lost it. I said, these made her look like she was a porn star.
Yep. And the way they're trying to scrutinize it and trying to make it bigger than actually what it is. That's all. Like, they're just trying to cover their butts, because
Yeah, exactly.
All of them
Exactly.
have probably
Smoke and
committed.
mirrors.
Yep.
Don't pay attention to these things. Look at this. Oh no, I'm under
Yep.
fire. Oh,
They're-
help me.
Yep. They're trying to draw
Why?
the attention away from that. What now? Why? Did you
her
say
kids
why?
know? Why did her kids have to have any inclination that this was even going on? Why would she tell her children that
She
this
did
man
that.
has done
She's
Right.
using that as a
Yeah, we know.
yeah. I don't know the word
So
for it, but
she
y'all know
brought
what I
the
mean.
fear- She brought
She's
the fear
using
to her
them.
kids.
Yes.
Right. I don't
Yes.
think her kids saw that. First of all,
They
okay?
didn't.
I know
hope
they
not.
didn't.
I hope
I
not.
believe
And
she
the
used
only
that.
reason, well, they
She just
targeted.
used it. She just used
They-
it. Oh my God!
yeah.
And my
Thing you
kids
do when
saw
you
it.
see this is you bring it in front of your kids. You know what, kids? You need to see this. Check this
Yeah.
out. Look what
Right.
people are saying
Well,
about me.
I'm sorry, like the way that they said they obtained it and came across it. I'm sorry, they would like my views on my stuff. We are low. We are like little people. You know what I mean? Like we aren't
Yeah.
very, and that's the way he was. So they targeted that man. They were looking for something
Yes.
because he was trying. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with what free speech. Look what poor Charlie Kirk. I mean,
Yeah.
and now they're wanting to, and they've been on this guy, but now he's off the streets. So what the hell's her problem now? Oh, you're still, I mean, lady, come on. 15 years for a game. I'm sorry, I
about
play
to
Call
get
of Duty. Yeah,
They're just
exactly.
reminding us- They're just reminding us that we're
Yep.
not allowed to criticize them. We're not allowed to point out their flaws and their lies. Because as soon as you do, they will come down on you like the wrath of Sauron. The eye of Sauron will be on you.
Right.
They will see you, right? And the agents will come swarming around. Who are you? By my authority. And
Right.
what?
And they're
Justify yourself. Explain yourself, citizen.
and they're just so confident in that video. Today their confidence was just poofed up. And I'm just like, oh my God. And I could just imagine how other people when they were watching it, how they, because they wouldn't let us talk. They wouldn't even let us raise our hand. I said, hello. I even messaged the guy that ran. I said, can we not talk? Like, hello, I'm right here raising my hand. Can we not? But you can let everybody, these lawyers and this guy talk and you and the judges, but you made it public. I said, but it's okay. We'll make our own video about it. It's okay. I ain't worried about
Well
y'all.
done. So that's your power right there. That's your voice, right? Like you're on
My
right
big
now
mouth.
speaking to
Yep.
anyone who wants to hear you, right? And saying whatever you want to say. And
Oh, yeah.
you know what? They can't shut you down. They cannot stop your voice. They cannot stop the truth because the truth
Right.
is the sword of God.
Yep, that's right. And that is right. We just seen that, didn't we? Poor, like with
We need
Charlie
to be
Kirk and
careful.
everybody coming together. Hmm?
Yeah.
Charlie
But-
Kirk's a double-edged sword because they're using that.
True.
Pam Bondi is using that, saying that this malicious attack on Charlie Kirk is the reason that we can't have this extreme speech, because whether you like them or not, the leftists are still too covered under the freedom of speech. Like hate speech is part of your freedom of speech. So we need to be very careful. We can't have rules for all sides.
Right.
People need to be
Okay,
able to voice
so
their opinion no matter what.
So wait a minute. After Charlie Kirk was murdered, so the next day they had a legal analyst on, and they were like, "Oh yeah, they're saying he was murdered for hate speech." So the legal analyst said, "Explain to me exactly what hate speech is."
Good question.
Nobody could answer it.
Yes.
Well, it shouldn't matter anyway, because your freedom of speech is your freedom of speech. As long as you're not directly threatening somebody, you should be able to say whatever you want.
Right.
But this was his point. This is what his point was. It wasn't hate speech. Okay.
It was,
and until somebody really defines what hate speech is, we have to stop saying it was hate speech.
Yes.
you know, this is what I've always said. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one.
Everybody
That's
has
what
one.
my
They all
grandparents
think.
have told me that for years. And I've been told that since I was like 12 years old. I mean, I'd be complaining about the ice cream or something, and my papa would be like, well, opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one. And I mean, he always made us look behind ourselves. I mean, but hey, at least it makes you wonder, makes you think, because I mean, everybody does. And that's where and people just don't like it. That's what I always tell people. If you don't like my answer, don't ask me the question. Do not ask my opinion. Don't ask me shit. And I mean, but nobody, right. And nobody should ever be in trouble or lose their life over that, ever.
Thank you. Well said.
Yeah. So thanks to my papa.
So I just got a
Thank you.
thing that's from breaking news, and it says Trump signs memorandum ordering probes into groups aiding organized political violence.
Yep.
Just now, literally, I just got it. That's what I was looking at. And we don't promote violence. I don't think we do.
No, we just
But
We don't.
right.
We
I
don't.
believe
And
in defending yourself, though.
Absolutely. And I put this in all of my
street
own live
justice.
streams and all of the live streams I do with guests and allies. I always emphasize this, and it's very important, not only because I really do truly believe it, but because it's important that we state this and be on record as stating it, because they will try to use this against us. Exactly what we're talking about with this guy.
Yeah.
We do not condone violence. We are lawful, we are constitutional. But I will say this: come at me and I will be violent. Come at me, come at my children. Watch me be violent. Come at my granddaughters and watch the wrath of God come down upon you. But those are righteous causes. We don't do violence just because we don't like someone's opinion, or just because they oppose us, or just because they're doing things we don't like, whatever that may be, or saying things we don't like. We don't condone violence. I'll disagree with you all day. And I think that's a very clear line. I really do. It's black and white, man. You know, the second you say, not only do I not like you personally, I don't like what you're saying so much, I'm going to fucking murder you.
Right.
That's the line. That's the line, America. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, I do occasionally stray from the line. I'm very sorry, but sometimes I do, okay? When I've had occasions when people have provoked me in a fashion of, you know, a very obvious physical confrontation. What are you going to do about it, bitch? And I'm sorry, I really am that guy. At that point, I'm just like, you know what? I know I'm not violent, but, and all the people who have like hated on Charlie Kirk, who lost their jobs, I want to come to your defense. I do, because you shouldn't lose your job. But I really can't, because I really fucking hate you, because you're being an asshole. You're being a giant douchebag, mocking the man who was murdered in front of his family. And your rights are mine and mine are yours, but I'm not mocking a man who died in front of his family. That's the line. That's the line. So the nonviolent, you know, you shouldn't be punished. The First Amendment is sacred. That's about the line right there where I go, you know what? Piss off, Jimmy Kimmel. Piss off. You lost your show because you were being a giant, flaming, evil douchebag. You deserved it. And I can't come to your defense. I can't. You're done.
And when people take me to that point that you just said, I'm like, you know, I can show you better than I can tell you. I can show you better than I can tell you. Since you're not hearing me, I'm gonna have to show you now.
Fafo.
Right. That is funny.
Fafo.
I'm trying to find that Pam Bondi. Oh, here we go. It says hate speech. This is exactly what she says right after the Charlie Kirk thing. Hate speech that crosses the line into threats of violence is not protected by the First Amendment. It's a crime. For far too long, we've watched the radical left normalize the threats, call for assassinations, and cheer on political violence. That era is over. Now, that's very, very, very scary words, because we speak against people on this show. So that can be considered, like you guys just said, there's no definitional clarity to what hate
I can
speech
tell you
is.
where the critical line is. Okay, the critical line becomes, because read again what she said about hate speech that leads to violence. See,
right?
That's the critical line. They are implying that your speech will lead to violence, right?
Violence, right.
And will it? That's the critical question. And if I'm hateful of anyone, let's say I'm a flaming racist, right? white
Was that a gay
suit
racist?
wearing KKK, king of the fucking KKK, right? And I'm, with my
Yep.
flaming crosses running around declaring my hatred for black people. The question becomes, is that a threat of violence? That's the line.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
pretty clear to me.
You're
If
not-
at any
you're
point
not
I say, you know what, I hate that Darren CPS Punisher guy so much. I hate him so much. Oh my God, I hate him. Who could not hate this guy? He's so hateable. And I say, I wish I could bribe my friend Tiff into killing him, go to his house and murder him, right? That's pretty obvious, right? That's
Yep.
the line. It's as clear as
Mhm.
day. As soon as I say that Darren, I want him dead, and I'm willing to literally pay someone to fucking kill him.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah, and
But
even
until
Trump,
then,
even the order that he's signing says he's ordering probes of groups aiding organized political violence. Political violence. So we don't do the violent shit. So we're okay.
No. Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I always preface my podcast and always interject it in the podcast. We are peaceful. We are nonviolent. We are constitutional. I have nothing to fear from law enforcement. Nor do you.
25% of us on this show have been punished for the violence, political violence.
Well, some of it wasn't all political. Okay, some of it was personal. So get it right, Darren.
That's awesome. You know what? Sometimes we all err. Who among us has not chosen that path that was very bad and we knew it was bad and yet we said, yes, I'm in. Let's do this.
So I have to say this.
That's it.
I have to say this. She fucked around and she found out.
Yeah, facts. But also, you paid the penalty for what you did, and that's it, and move on. So, like, that shouldn't be even held against you anymore. Like, you go to jail, you pay the penalty, that's it. That's it. End of story.
Clean slate.
No more talk about it after that. Like, no more, she should have this, that. Nope, she paid her penalty.
Agree.
She's done.
100% agree.
Yeah, and I got all my rights back.
Pay your dues.
I got all of them, including my gun rights. But my son pulled it up on the school library and thought he was printing it. It wouldn't print out. So the office had 15 copies of it, and they called him in the office. They were like, is everything okay at home? Are you okay? My son was like, yeah, why?
Right.
And they had all 15 copies. I said, oh my God, stop looking that shit up at school. Don't do it anymore. But yeah, I did.
So now here's one here. Now I know for a fact that this person here was let me rephrase how I'm gonna say this.
Be careful.
Because there's active things going on. A person in here in this room, let's put it that way. A person in this place that's watching these now have done far over and beyond to the face of these judges that kidnapped their kids and involved them in things, did far more to the faces of these judges than that video would ever have done. And they walked freely. No penalties, no nothing. And with direct actual threats to the judges in the same state. And nothing transpired with them. However, Chris Cameron, and I'm not saying that should have that other person, because I love this other person that I'm talking about. I think he's fucking amazing. But same situations, no penalties for him with a direct threat, face to face, nothing. And he had every right to do what he did, what he said to the judges that day too, because of what they did to him. But he got no penalties for that. But yet Chris Cameron goes and makes that video, like Danielle said, and it's 10 years past. I didn't even realize it was that long transpiring between the video and when they actually did something to him. 10 years went by before they prosecuted him. Well, no, he didn't even get picked up till 2023.
Yeah, she said that it was done in 2013. I think
I would never. I wouldn't do that to you, brother. He says, put me on blast. But no, that's my, so like, how does that, and I don't want to see this person get penalized for what he what he did, because I think what he did was great too. But I just wanted to compare, like, so how does that even work? That Chris Cameron sits in jail for 15 years. The person who directly did this gets nothing. Like, so obviously the cards are stacked against Chris Cameron in that situation. Like, that's exactly what happened there. The judges did that on purpose. They targeted him on purpose. Someone just popped in, and I'm thinking that we might want to. Oh, it's back. Danielle's back. All right, cool. That they, that they put him on purpose. He was put on blast on purpose, targeted on purpose. And that's the way that I wanted to use what I was just saying, because this person that I'm just speaking of directly threatened these judges right to the face, and they did nothing. Well, they tried to do a little bit, but he got himself out of it. But Chris was definitely targeted. And this isn't right. And Danielle's absolutely right when she says, yeah, they're working on his appeal and trying to get him out of jail right now. And all of a sudden they start dropping this stuff. This is obviously a case of no, you're not going to do this. You're not going to get out of jail for this, because he should, by the law and the way that the courts, what happened to him, by the law, he should be walking free, because there's nothing that should put him in jail for 15 years.
Yes. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So,
even if you could somehow make a case that anything that he made was vaguely threatening, if you consider the 15-year penalty that he is facing versus the myriad of other crimes you could commit that would get you a sentence of anywhere near that, murder is at the top. You literally would have to go out and kill another human being to even vaguely rival the sentence that this guy got. Like, you would have to be convicted in court of having killed someone. And, even if you thought the video was threatening, and I could make a case for that, sure, okay, he made a video, he was shooting her in the head. Obviously, it's a vague threat. But really, dude, 15 years, it is wildly punitive. That's the truth. It's them slapping down. They're making an example out of him. This is what happens when you come against us, you peasants. Do not dare to leave your hovels.
You are right.
Yep.
You are. That is so right.
It's almost like she's mad because she knows the appeal's coming up or the case is going to get dismissed. It's like, we want it to work for us, but when it works for you all, it doesn't accommodate us.
Yes.
That's what it looks like.
Right.
They don't like the pressure. They don't like the pressure. They like to, have the final say. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. We're supposed to live in a free country, and I think we should have some say. Because I've been on paper to almost 20 years, and I think it's time to.
As a matter of fact, we got someone. Right. Louis, you made a good question there, but I think the answer is going to be, is this? I think it's a felony, or maybe it's because there's an ongoing investigation. Louis asked, why? What about a statute of limitations with that with Chris? Like, what? Because it was ongoing on YouTube. Is that why they kept that thing fresh?
That's why they. Yeah, because it was. That's why, because it was ongoing, but still. It was still in a fictional context and a video game role play. That's what makes it to where it fails the test to be a class 2 felony. Now,
it's a good question. I like the question, but my contention here is that, what does it matter? Like, we're in a corrupt system. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you throw at them, because no matter how legitimate it is, they will simply ignore it. That's what they do. It's like being gaslit by your partner in life. I catch you in bed with another person. I storm out angry as hell. The next morning, you see me in breakfast and you go, what are you complaining about? What? No, that wasn't me. That's what we face.
That is perfect.
We got someone coming in here. I hope that they did.
It's true.
I can drop off so you can come
friend
in.
to GPS break. He's in here. Yeah, he should be able to swing in through you anyway. But he said he's going to come in. That was the link right there, buddy. He's one of our behind the scenes guys for CPS Breaking News, and he's got insight on this. Wink, wink. He wanted to speak on this as well. So hopefully he picked up on that. Was the link right there, and he'll be in here in a second.
One of your viewers here, Amy White, is also asking. She says, "Send me a link to the show."
Yes, that is Amy White. Is him. Amy White is him.
Okay, all right.
He's in secret. He's in secret mode.
We have to do pronouns now. Are we doing pronouns? because I can't do that. I'm sorry. I never once ever have filled in a pronoun.
No,
I
it's,
just
a,
insulted. Look at me.
let's say
Do you
he's
need
not
a fucking
supposed to- he's
pronoun?
not supposed to be-
Look at
No.
me.
No, he's not supposed to be exposed.
No.
Are you gonna wonder? Do I look like a she her to you at all?
Are you a
in
they?
any way?
Are you a they them? Are you a they them?
Am
Dana?
I a they? I don't.
I'm a it.
Am I gender fluid? Am I gender
I'm
fluid?
it. I don't know.
Yes.
I'm
Dana,
I'm
go
me,
sit
and
in
I'm
the
always gonna
box.
be. Look, what?
I'm a woman.
sit in the-
My name is Francine. Sorry, that was me.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Hey, Dwight, are you coming in? We need to hear you
Hey, I'll
say
be.
here. Come on, Amy.
The day I saw that, I don't remember where it was, but one of the services I was using online, and they were like pronouns, and I was like, really,
Yeah.
really, is this where we're at? I really have to. Oh my god, can't we just go with the
You know what
accepted
cracks me up
protocol?
is when they insist that you actually put the pronouns on there. You know, like when you're filling out a form, they're like, "What pronoun?"
I don't
are you?
know if
even
my
understand.
friend, I don't know if I could cross that line. I'm pretty sure that no matter what I was filling out, and even now recently having gotten a new job and filling out some stuff for them, and some of it was a little questionable, but at whatever point they're saying you really need to put these down, I'm going, you know what? I don't think this is going to work out. I'm sorry. There are certain things I take as evident. When I walk
Can you
outside and look up in the sky, it's blue. The moon is round every time. It's never square. I've never once looked in the sky and seen a square moon. Never, ever, ever, ever. It's always round. The
Can
sun
we-
shines brightly. It's in my eyes. It's bright. I don't need you to tell me it is or
Right.
isn't. Sorry.
That
Go
is
ahead.
the moon.
Oh no,
Right.
I didn't mean. I was just saying, can we send the link through Messenger maybe? His
Yeah,
that's
in there.
what they're.
Get your
Because I
shit together, Darren.
That's it.
I think
Damn
I
it.
need to get my shit together. I'm the mess
No,
over
it's
here.
Darren's fault.
Power's
No, it's
going
entirely
off in the
Darren's
middle of
fault.
the show. I don't know what the
No, it's all Darren's fault. Trust me.
My
everything
breath.
is.
Yeah,
Look, if
always is.
y'all doing
Right on
that
the
in the
fact
power.
that-
Woof.
I do. When I'm
Oh,
nowhere near
no.
you in the morning, when I go outside, my gas isn't full. I go, fucking Darren.
Yeah.
Damn it,
Damn,
Darren.
get your shit
Damn you.
Darren.
Like, damn you, Mississippi River. No, I'm just kidding. The Oregon Trail. I love it.
Here we go, buddy. Everybody,
Tell me I need gas.
himself. Here we go. Here's the man himself right there. Mr. Naylor.
Hey,
Hey,
street justice.
Hey,
Hold on.
y'all got me.
we got a long lag. So let's take a moment. Take a moment. We're getting a serious lag.
Here we go. He's coming
Go
around.
ahead. Go ahead. Lagging. Still lagging. Frozen.
Yeah, he's in the swamps of Florida, man.
Gatorville. Gator
Alligator
prison.
We
Alligator
just lost him.
Alcatraz. Yeah, he's out.
Ah, damn it, Naylor.
He'll come back. Just give him
Oh
time.
man,
Don't be such a slave driver.
because his name's right on
Punisher.
there. Thank you very much. Oh, I was getting yelled at from my wife for calling his name out, which is clearly right under his
Yeah, I was going to say the name that's displayed boldly in all caps. Oh, he's coming back.
That's because I'm proud of that name.
Oh, nice. Here we go.
How about now? All right.
I
Check
got
this
a
out.
wicked echo.
Before my lose.
Naylor, if you have
How about
speakers,
now? I do. Let me see.
You should be pretty clear here, Naylor. You're well clear, buddy.
All right. So let's go through this charge. 836.10. Threat against a public official, right? And it's supposed to be where you transmit it or whatever. There are so many cases that I personally have that I'm going to get to Brenda by next week. It states in so many of them that you can't refer to 836.10 on its own. You have to look at another statute,
It's 836.12 because everything has to be done constitutionally. I already sent it to you. It says that you have to have the mandate, the mens rea part of the act, and it has to be established. It has to be established in the statute. And therefore, if you can't look at it through the constitutional lens of the mens rea, the part of the intent of the person, if you can't prove the intent, you don't have a case. So when looking at certain cases or case law, especially here in Florida in the Supreme Court, they've already ruled, and it was done with mostly juvenile cases. You have to prove the intent. And if you don't have it, or there is evidence to prove otherwise of the intent, then you have no case on 836.10. You have to look at 836.12. You have to look at so many other factors. And for them to just slam him the way they did over what they said was a deep fake AI video is completely wrong, because we already know it was from a Grand Theft Auto 5 game, which when I saw the video, a reasonable person standard, let's talk about that. Reasonable person was first, I thought it was funny. Second, then I realized, holy crap, that game, that commercial's in the game that my stupid ex now lets my son play. That's a reasonable person standard that needs to be under review. I sat there and was more worried about what my son was playing at 10 years old than what he was talking about was an actual true threat. Analyze that. Analyze the true threat. Analyze the reasonable person standard. And that's all going to have to go up in an appellate court, and that's going to have to be done de novo in a completely different review. It's going to have to be analyzed as the first time. That's what they're going to have to do. That's the standard they're going to have to look at, because a reasonable person standard isn't the same anymore. That standard needs to be thrown out. This is reasonable. If you ask the leftist, hey, is it reasonable to eat meat? No, it's not. So it's not reasonable. But to me, it is.
And that's
But I'll be like
what,
Charlie Kirk.
That's
my mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what do you feel about how these judges are coming out and they're crying about the fact that the victims?
How these judges are coming out and victims. You can't play victim. Not when you've done the duty, you've done the action, and then therefore you can't criminalize somebody seeking redress of their government underneath the First Amendment. It's already how many times have you talked about it, Darren? How many times has everybody talked about it? You can't convert a right into a crime and penalize for it. Change my mind. I asked the audience, change my mind. How do you criminalize and penalize a guaranteed right from nature? It doesn't come from the government. It comes from God.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you criminalize it? You can't.
We're all unmuted now, guys. So go ahead.
Oh. So
everything he says is correct. That's all I have to offer. He's completely right. 100%. Solid truth, brother.
So then if we do this, then there's another case. It's a Dawson case. I can't remember the numbers, but I do remember it's F fourth, whatever it is. But it's a Dawson case. And it says no party can pick and choose the application of law. And it was really referring to the Blockberger test, but it was stated in such a plain, broad, but plain and clear way that no one can just pick and choose the application of the law. Not any party can. Not anybody can. Not the judge, not the prosecutor.
Right.
But they did that.
Yes.
They do it to me. They said I allegedly threatened to kill every judge in the 14th Circuit. But I didn't threaten anyone. What I said was I threatened their livelihoods. They made it their lives. Then it turned around recently. I spent a year of my life in jail on another charge with this exact 836.10. and then they determined that was wrong too. But it
Because
didn't
they
stop them
twist
from leaving me in
words.
jail.
Yeah, because they twist words. They have control of the courts. They twist your words against you. They make rulings that are unlawful and unconstitutional. They say things that defy truth, and they insist that they're right, and there aren't enough of us united together to see this happening. Say, no, hell no, you're lying, and then hold them accountable. That's the reality of where we are. So everything you've said is absolutely true and fair and reasonable. And, we run into the same roadblock over and over again. These corrupt courts will shoot us down every time. And that's the worst problem we face. I said this on our last live stream. Okay. Every time we get into these courts, we can have truth on our side. The truth is glaring them in the face. The devil doesn't care about the truth, Naylor. He looks you right in the eye and he goes, I don't care about your truth. I win anyway, just because I say so and I make the rules. And so we get about 1 million pissed off Americans all together. That's when we start seeing progress. That's when whoever these judges are that rule in this fashion get exposed. And everyone says, what the hell is this? This is ridiculous. It's bullshit. Right? They're defying the law. They're looking right at this man who's done nothing wrong and telling you have done something wrong, ignoring your lawful concerns and complaints, and flagrantly ruling against you and literally lying, bold-faced lies right to God and everyone. And they don't get held accountable. That's how they get away with it. That's how Bill Cosby got away with drugging and raping 58 or 95 women or however many he did it to over his lifetime, right? Because he got away with it time and time and time and time and time again. So, I mean, we're on the right path, folks. Honestly, this is how we do it. We connect, we talk, we listen to people. And, Naylor, you're not alone, my friend. I'm telling you, it's true. There are a lot of people just like you, but you don't hear about them on ABC News, do you?
Nope, you don't. How many
No.
people are out there? How many people are out there that have? You're absolutely right. How many other cases are out there that are
About
just like
ABC,
these?
you imply. But my signal's starting to crack because I'm out here not using Wi-Fi, and we got some major storms coming this way.
It's all good. Just keep
Let me bring up
keep
this.
keep
There's
speaking.
the principle of lenity.
And we hear you.
Okay, and that deals with the fact of being the most favorable to the accused. The laws, you can't just bend them and twist them to the way that the state attorney or the district attorney, depending on where you live, wants to bend the rules for the law. They're actually supposed to be the most favorable towards your defense. And if you go back through the comments, I already highlighted Florida statute 775.011, where, and I'm going to bring this up. Everyone wants to talk about all this sovereign citizen movement, and you can't walk into the court and say you're not there on special appearance, and you gotta consent to their actions. 775.011 Florida statutes section 3 states if only the defendant consents to the penalties of the quasi-judicial movements. Read the statute. I posted it on there. It says that. It also says in 775.012 the principles behind the criminal code. And it states that you have to have the mental, I was going to say the acuity, but you have to have the mens rea, the intent to commit that crime, or therefore, because Florida is underneath 775.01, you look also at Florida statute 2.01. We are underneath the common law of England since 1776, July 4th. So therefore, common law, meaning that if you do not have the intent, you cannot commit the crime, even though you may have done something that says you committed a crime. If it was not your intent, therefore, there is no crime as in under common law. This isn't sovereign citizen shit. This is real fucking
well said. Well said.
I will step off my soapbox now.
I don't know that I want you to, but well said.
Okay, one more thing then. It is time, and
Rock
I'm
on,
going to
bro.
sit here and
Rock
say
on.
this, and Darren, I want to talk with you. And you, Tiff. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of everybody sitting there going, well, we're going to do this, and we're going to do... No, it's done. We either do or do not. There is no try. This is Yoda time. It's do or do not. There is no try. As of October, I'm announcing I want to get the Street Justice Militia together. I'm looking for some capable leaders for the Street Justice Militia. I myself am going to be part of one brigade. It's called the Street Justice Renegades. I am the self-proclaimed leader. I'm going to run that shit. And I will talk with everybody who joins what we're going to do. But I'll put it out there like this. People are going to say, you're talking propaganda. That's great. We're going to have a group called the Propagandists. The Propagandists. We are totally going to have that. I want researchers in every state, region doing research. Then I want people analyzing. Then I want people educating. Then I want media. I want that propagandist. We're going to hit them with the truth. We're going to hit them with the Constitution. We're going to hit them with the keyboards. That's the armor. That's the arsenal. We're going to pound. We're going to scream. We're going to yell. We need
fucking right
to come up with a way to contact each other, go to the Zoom hearings, go to the court cases, actually stand there, record. And the reason why I say this is I put out there, I need help. And some guy, I don't even know if he answered the call. Press NH Now, First Amendment auditor, just went to my probation office in Chipley and audited them. He also went to the Panama City office where my daughter was held in DJJ. He was just there. He's done this in the last 12 days. I put out there, I need auditors. They showed up. He never once contacted me, nothing. But he shook the ground. I've already got the requests in. A captain says, I'm not a cop. That cop says, you are a cop. Identify. Now there's an internal investigation going on. There are possible other things going on. I can't get the records yet because it's like ongoing investigation. But I've got them. I've already requested it. That's the kind of stuff I want to bring. People doing it. Public records request out the ass. Let's get the policy. Let's get the procedures. Put the pressure till they break. I was going to email this judge for what she was about to say because I already did this in a court case here with an attorney named Hoot Crawford, where they said he ran over a CPS agent. He didn't. Got the whole video. She said she was injured, she had to be on workers' comp. I broke out all the fine details of the law. They removed her from the witness list, and those charges were dropped 7 days before trial. I know I did that because everybody said I did that. That's what I want. I need people to join up that want to do this. You're talking about it, be about it. You don't talk the talk, walk the walk. I do it.
That's
I
right.
don't spend
Enough talk.
5 years of
Man,
my life.
You sound like an angry citizen to me.
I've already spent my life. No, I'm an angry, salty.
Hell yeah.
Same thing, bro. Whatever works. Like
I'm emotional.
That's what I'm saying.
Because this shit means something. I
You're
put
preaching
an
to
oath
the
and I
choir.
swear to God to die for this country.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Well, then,
yes,
this is how I approach it. The same way my boot camp petty officers came to us. Listen, I'm not looking for Mr. Hall of Famer. I'm not looking for Mr. All-American football star. I don't care how good you swim. I want the drug dealers. I want the gangsters. I want the guys who've done some time in jail. Like the only option you had was jail or the Navy. I want those guys. You're going to be in charge of the division. That's exactly what he said. And I was the first one to raise my hand. He said, what did you do? And I'll say this right on the air. I said, I sold a lot of dope. He said, man, you got hard. Step up. He goes, the first man to be honest. That man has heart. because he
Hell
doesn't
yeah.
know if I was bullshitting him or not. But he has heart. Who's next? We had gangsters, mobsters, thugs, but we ran the shit. And he said one reason.
Just like this show.
One reason I chose them over you all, because when the shit hits the fan, are already tested. They're already tested.
Amen. Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
Jail.
Naylor.
I ain't
Well,
been
Naylor,
there,
I'm in.
but I've done enough
Badass.
time with enough prison motherfuckers. I'm telling you, the cops scared.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, that's what we need.
I haven't
We
been
need
to,
people that
I
are
haven't
willing
been
to.
to one jail.
You know what? I'm gonna stand there and I'm. We need thousands of motherfuckers like us. We need thousands of them. But we have to be the leaders and show them that we have got to show them we're not scared anymore.
Well, we're showing them.
That's
you know,
it.
you're here front line.
And be there for
huge
support.
credit, Naylor. Huge credit. Glad
Nader,
to know
I'm
you.
in.
To do, but I need. But
Did
I'll
you
jump
hear
off
me?
You're
my
automatically in,
soapbox.
Tiff. This is all part of the
But I
streak.
love
This is all part about us.
It's all part about
We're
it.
in whether you want it or not.
Here we are, front line. When I started doing this, my friend, I knew I would have to give up my anonymity. First of all, I don't get to just retire. Okay, I want to, believe me. I've worked my ass off for many decades, and I want to just retire. I don't want to be doing this shit. Okay, but
Come here, baby.
we are oppressed as a people. Our republic is under fire. There are wealthy oligarchs that control the agents. They're trying to, in every way, they're trying to subjugate us. Our courts are corrupted. Our elected servants are corrupted. And you know, child protective services is one of the many cancers that is infesting we the people. You know, Satan loves harm to children. It's huge on his list. It's like lollipops, you know, a hot fudge sundae. Okay, you know, subjugating us, silencing us, and they have done this very successfully. And the court system is supposed to be our remedy, and it's not. It's a bastion of corruption. And you have done the thing that is the most important thing for everyone in America to do, which is to learn your own rights. Learn how to talk to these people. You were talking about statutes. You've looked them up. That was awesome stuff. Freaking badass boss play. Okay. People think you can't learn your rights. You know, you're too stupid. You have to be a bar attorney. Okay. That's bullshit. The enemy is throwing that on you, so you don't know your rights. Because if you don't know your rights, you have no rights. So don't accept the paradigm. Learn your rights. Learn it. Read the statutes. Meet them on their own ground. And the court systems are the last bastion of we the people in terms of getting justice. They are the most corrupted, the most mysterious, the most occupied by the enemy, and there is no easy path to it. What you're doing right now is bitter, hard work, learning their language, learning how to navigate their systems, learning how to talk to them, and how to behave and what to say. It is a bitch of a task, but that's what we have to do. So good on you for doing that, and good on you for representing, and good on you for recognizing the reality of where we are, which is, you know, you kept saying, I need, you know, a whole bunch of people. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. That's why I'm here with Punisher and Tiff. You know, you found the right place, my friend. We are kindred spirits, and if, you know, enough constitutional Americans get together on this, then we win. We win. We will win.
That's it. That's it right there, man. Naylor, thank you for coming in. Angry Caesar, we love you so much. Tiff, tomorrow's secret day. We'll all be out there. We'll figure out what time we're on. Are we good to go?
God bless you all. Thank you for watching.
God bless everybody. Have a good night.
We appreciate you. We appreciate your comments.
Naylor, hang on there for a minute.
When they first sighted land,
same with you, Angry Citizen. We'll go to the after. We'll go to the after.
jumped overboard and swam. They couldn't believe they were living in freedom. The government they once had didn't need them. It was tough during the first days, figuring this strange land. Many grouped together and started a plan. They knew they needed something to keep them in line. This is when they wrote the Constitution, man, it was divine. A bunch of men agreeing never lost their mind. They gave us all our freedom, one amendment at a time. And when they finished writing, 39 men had to sign. We have freedom, you can't take away. The Constitution guarantees that. So take your false authority and go the fuck away. The next 200 years came with a price. A bunch of men and women gave the ultimate sacrifice. They did it for the people alive today. You don't hear very many taking 3 times to say thank you, whoever you are, who gave your life, and for their families left on earth alone for their life. Thank you for your gift, the life that you gave. It lets us live as free men. Oh, glory we will wave. Now we are here in 2025, a year led by selfishness. There's no surprise, the government is taking over. It's a friggin' mess. Our kids are being taken by people who must be diseased. Who the hell gave them that power? These actions need to cease. So listen up, you voted officials, we are here to say you need to pay attention to issues, because we aren't going away. We come bearing the Constitution, we'll recite it if we may. We the people is how it begins. The words that follow, you can fill them in, because they aren't true as they were meant to be. You're taking our freedoms one at a time. No one's paying attention except for us reciting these lines. You don't get to take away the rights we were given. Taking away our children should get you in prison. I'm not messing around, it's no laughing matter. Give our children freedom, or feel your teeth shatter. We are the ones who make the decisions. You lost track of your job, we're here to petition. This is your final chance. America doesn't need to fight a civil war. We just need you politicians to hit the door. So do the right thing and leave this city of Washington, or turn things around, give us something to fall again. Give us back our children, not one at a time. We all want them back.